What is up, boys? Today we are going to do a very simple quick fix replacement for our sway bar end links on the front on the 2013 Tahoe. Any 07 to 13 Tahoe, Yukon, Escalades are similar. Any of the trucks, Silverado, Sierras, pretty much the same deal on all of them. It's the same setup. The kit that I went with from my local O'Reilly's was a Precision K700 534 or 538, I'm sorry. It's the same part number for both sides. You got to get two because there's only one link in each box. It's like 23 bucks a piece. Super great deal. A common problem you'll have on all these, which is probably why you're here, is you'll be missing a whole bushing. It just happens. It's part of GM's design. An OEM design will be a plastic sleeve in here, as you see what's on the truck right now. There are upgraded versions that are metal. There's aftermarket companies that you won't find in your parts stores, but you can go buy them online. I can't name any brands off, but there's nicer pieces you can get. This Precision piece seems fine to me. It's a bunch of metal sleeves, so should last just fine. Tools you'll need. These have a barrel nut on them. The video I watched, a dude put a 30 millimeter closed-in wrench on it. My 30 millimeters don't fit. They're 12 point, but I did find that my 1 1/4 6 point fit on it perfect. So that's what I'm going to use. Since it's a barrel nut and not a self-locking nut, you'll want to use some thread locker so it doesn't back off, because if you don't put any on there, it will back off, I promise you. And then you'll look under here a couple weeks later, the next oil change, you'll be like, what the hell, where'd my end links go? So you see how I have the truck sitting right now. I just have a sidewalk in front of my house, pulled it up on there. I'm gonna do it on the floor. You don't have to jack the truck up. You can if you want to. You'll see some guys pull the wheels off. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you're a guy that complains about not having space, jack it up, take the wheels off, you'll have plenty of space. You can use an impact or, you know, your favorite Ugga Dugga, whatever, to take these apart. I'm gonna use hand tools just cause. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. My factory end links are 15 millimeter on both sides, the head of the stud and the nut. So we're going to take that apart, and then the new one is a 15 millimeter head on the head of the bolt, and then like we just talked about, it's 1 1/4 6 point works on there. It should be a 30. Maybe if you had a 6 point 30 millimeter, it might work. I don't know, whatever. And then in the precision instruction box, they want you to torque this to 22 foot-pounds. So one thing that makes this a lot easier, you'll see a lot of guys using pry bars to do one side at a time. If you take both sides apart, that lets you tilt the sway bar however you need it. And then basically you can kind of assemble both sides, get the nuts started, and then just tighten them down individually and torque them up. And then, like I said, don't forget your red thread locker. So let me get the camera set up down there and we'll start pulling them apart, get them switched out, and that'll be pretty much it. There's specific instructions in the box of the orientation of all this stuff. There's a little bushing right here. You got to make sure it goes in between these like so. That's how you want it. And then you'll have your metal pieces on the outside and the pieces of the side of the bushing that has the little lip. That's what goes inside your sway bar and your lower control arm. So as long as you get this all oriented the right way per the picture in the instructions in the box, you'll be good to go. Let me get y'all set up on a time lapse and let's get it done. So that's what you're looking for. Remember, your little black bushing goes on the head side in between the two blue poly bushings. And then you put your sleeve on there. Make sure you get your black washers and you get your blue bushings flipped the right way, and then start running it down. My 1¼ inch socket actually doesn't fit between here and here, so I just use some vice grips to run it down, and then ran it down nice and snug. Basically, you're getting to where that barrel nut is going to start bottoming out on this longer sleeve. And then last thing I'm going to do is get the torque wrench and give her 22 foot-pounds per the instructions. Don't forget the Loctite. And yeah, that'll be it. And then I'm going to go on the other side and tighten that side up now, but that's the idea. That's all you're looking for. All right, boys, so that's it. Key things, just make sure you follow the instructions. The precision ones that I got, the part number I gave you, they came with instructions. Good picture of the stack up of how you need to have this put together. You can tell our factory one was shot, completely missing a couple bushings and just trash. So anyways, biggest things to remember, if you disconnect both sides of your factory ones, that lets your sway bar move. Then you can put your new link together on both sides and at least get the nut started, and then torque down one side and then go back over there and torque down the other side. So that's it. Other than that, peace out, be human, and we'll see you next time.